Welcome to my work in progress video of my 2026 Reallusion 3D character contest. Here we are in dazstudio. This is my main hub, my main program, my main, that I use to do all my 3D character art and character creation and environment creation. Even though I don't create these environments from scratch, they're just presets that I take and change to fit my liking. But here we are in dazstudio and working on my character. Working on her body and her face. It's a smooth shade of view, that's why she's all white. Because if I put in a texture shade of view, then she'd be nude and I'd be disqualified. Couldn't have that. But I was able to turn that back to texture shaded in a few minutes here, because it's just her head now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's just her head, so can't see her boobs. So there we are. We're working on her face. I've been using dazstudio since 2016. So I'm a good long-term user. I pretty much am. I'm an expert at dazstudio. I'm pretty much comes from an expert. It's kind of funny. I've been using Blender for just as long, but I'm still figuring Blender out. Not the fact that it's hard. It's just like there's a lot of stuff I still don't know about Blender, and I don't use it as much as I use dazstudio. I didn't use it like a good little bit, but like I mostly use it as like a render engine and a quick little video editor, and just do like effects. And I don't really use it for like long-term, full-term project. I was going to originally, but then iClone came along, so I didn't really need to rely on Blender. I still want to use it in the future because I prefer to use Blender to render than iClone, but that's just me. Just I like Blender cycles, that's why. But iClone 8 does look really, really great though. But I'm terrible at getting the lighting right. I'm still working on lighting. I'm still working on my lighting in iClone. I'm not good at it yet. But I can nail it in dazstudio though. Bet. I got oh my gosh. I got a whole bunch of light presets. Anyway, here we are dressing my character, and now you can finally see her skin. Cause her body's covered, so no more nudity. She ain't Nikki no more. Okay. Now here I am just getting my thoughts out, just getting kind of like, because I was going for the ethereal princess mermaid fantasy vibe, and going into this project because I knew what I wanted for my animation, and just the whole project as a whole. I was like, I really want to go like Barbie, Project Diva, like really girly, like pink, purple, and green, red vibes. Like Blue Beach summary vibes. So that's everything I was thinking when I went into this. So I wanted the character to reflect that, and the environment that I put her in to reflect that. Just the music video, because I was going for like a music video type feel when I was putting the animation together, which you'll see at the end. Yeah, this was going for this whole project. So I was like, yeah. Originally, I wasn't even participating in this project. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to participate because I'm working on some other projects right now. And I was like, I ain't going to participate. And I was like, it's probably too late to really do anything. But it's like, it's not too late. I was able to get going. Here it is. Here's me going. And it was actually quite fun. Also, a little disclaimer I didn't say before. A little disclaimer. So there are windows. If you see me clicking around my mouse, like going all over the place, and it doesn't seem like I'm actually doing anything, I am doing something. There are windows you can't see that are popping up that I'm like fitting to the character. We're doing her skin, or just other windows like export, import that you can't see. That OBS, I recorded this in OBS. That doesn't pop up in OBS. You have to do another window capture to capture that window. So that's why you see me like clicking all over. So a little disclaimer if you see that, which you are seeing that. So yeah. And also a little disclaimer, like I said, I have cut this video down by a lot because it was really, really long if I didn't cut it down as much as I did. So there was a lot of stuff cut out, but I kept in what I thought was important for the judges and everybody else involved in this contest to see. So here we are. So here is the final design. There is one more change I am going to make later on, but you'll see later on when I make the change. Here's pretty much the final design. I was putting her name. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I named her Ondina. Inspired by, named after Mako Mermaids, because Mako Mermaids are my favorite shows of all time, and there is a character named Ondina. And even though I had a bit of I really loved her in the first and second, third season. The fourth season, she got on my nerves, but anyway. But I did still like her as a character more than Evie, I will say. Evie. Anyway, if you know, you know. Okay, anyway. But Yeah, I really did like Undina, so I decided to, since I was going for a mermaid vibe here, I was like, name her after a character from there. I was like Undina, so I used other names in other projects. So here we are. I'm applying the Genesis 8 female that you're required to take to apply your character in order to bring it over into CC5. You need to do this, so make sure you grab that pose and apply it to your figure and export FBX. And also make sure you can export an OBJ file too, because that will save the subdivisions. And here we are in CC5. So bye, dazstudio, bye. Here we are. Here we go. And we're back. So now we're into CC5. I applied some red pumps to it. I didn't change to purple. I didn't change to white. So I thought I thought like a little better like in the look with the shoes being white than purple. So just off the top being purple. So yeah. That's what I was thinking. And then I did some CC5 hair because I wanted to include some, CC5 iClone-ness to the character. So I was like, hair is perfect. That way I don't have to worry about the hassle of bringing over hair from dazstudio, which can be really clunky at times. Also, one tip I will say when you bring your character over from dazstudio CC5, when you're bringing over accessories with pants, sometimes it's good to instead of calling the accessory an accessory, call it gloves. And sometimes with the pants where it's short, sometimes don't use default, press use original instead. When that window pops up, you'll know what I mean if you've seen it and you've seen it before. That's a little tip I'll pass along, because I've had problems with that in the past with the pants like mesh together. So that's a good tip there to get around that issue. Instead of going through the hassle of trying to remove the things from being stuck, it's a whole hassle. Don't be like me and waste like days trying to figure it out. So here we are. I'm just trying to fix some clipping and stuff like that. I've been using CC5 on iClone now for maybe like a month or two now, and I found my way around it pretty well. I've actually wanted these programs for a long time, and several years ago, back when I was first choosing a program to start my animation art journey in, I almost chose iClone, but it was expensive. So I chose dazstudio in the end because the software itself is free. It's free to get started, so that's why I chose dazstudio in the end. That's why I've been rocking it for so long, because only the assets cost, but the software itself is free. So I'm gonna start off. Here I am. Also, right here, I'm adding in normals and roughness maps. That way, the look and the clothing, so that has more definition to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, but now I have iClone 65. For the program for this contest, they actually made it to where you can actually get it for free, just for temporary for this contest. But actually iClone 8 is now free. It's a personal version, so there are limited things. But for the most part, you can do anything in the program, using anything in the program. So it is cool of them to do that, and that's why I have it now. So I was like, you know what, yeah. And I was able to actually get a 1 month trial, a 1 month subscription to CC5 that I have canceled now because I can't afford another month. But I was able to at least afford the 1 month of CC5, get my characters from dazstudio and CC5, play around, see how I like it and whatnot, get them over in iClone, make some scenes. So it's been pretty fun working with the program and whatnot. I do like it. I do like the program. I do wish that some things between Daz and CC5 could be brought over a little easier. But like I said, I understand that some of these things can be hard to figure out. But I do hope maybe to figure out some of these issues. So just like bring over hair, because dazstudio hair can be great, a high quality stuff like that. So it'd be cool maybe they can figure out some ways to bring over those hairs and instead of us having to figure out what we're using render to bring it over. That would be nice. But yeah, I'm just doing some stuff right now with normals and making sure the normals are good. It's amazing though to bring this video down, trim it down, but they're constantly good. So it's really funny. But yeah, so here's my character Undina. So named after Undina from Little Mermaids. If you watch that show, check it out and tell Netflix to bring back the last season, because they took off the last season with my girl Wayland. I need that season back. I believe they uploaded all the episodes on YouTube, but I don't know if they have permission to do that, so I don't know if that's gonna be taken down soon. I better get started watching. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, but they do, because there's like an H2O official channel, so maybe that same person who runs that channel Also, I talk really fast because I stream on Twitch from time to time, so people who know, people on Twitch who know me, you know me. Anyway, so I'm just doing some last minute things here. It's just trying to apply this normal, some roughness maps. Doing the high definition look, even though not clone 8, I feel like you couldn't really tell. So I could have trimmed this out too. Oh well, let's wait for it to be over together. It's over. Here we are in Blender. Cause we're gonna make this, cause in CC5 Nightclone, if you don't know, in order to get the physics working, you have to apply a weight map to the surface. So you're applying the weight map. So we're gonna work around. I found, and take it over to Blender and do the weight map this way. I watched a tutorial from the official Reallusion YouTube channel. Y'all do some great. That's one thing I will always praise Reallusion for. And they have tutorials on everything, literally everything they have tutorials on, so you'll never get stuck or lost with anything. They have tutorials on anything you ever think of on that YouTube channel. So shout out to Reallusion for that, because they're literally their YouTube channel is stacked more than dazstudio, because dazstudio don't care. Their YouTube channel is. You see a sensor on the inside of the screen. I have characters I don't want people to see just yet at the time of me making this whole project. So that's why I censored them over there, because I don't want anyone to see those characters. Because when I was making the turntable, I still wanted to show me working on the turntable. I didn't want to take it out the video. I felt it was needed to put in the video. So, but I didn't want to show those characters still. So I censored. So that's why I censored. So if you're wondering, I censored. That's why. If I ever had like a 3D printer one day, I would love to like 3D print my characters and sell them. I think it could be so cool. Anyway, but here's my turntable. Because again, like I said, my whole theme was Project Diva, Barbie, beach vibe, with mermaid. So that was my whole theme. So I had to make sure that everything was on color, on brand. So like whether I chose the colors I chose, I wanted for this character. I was like, purple, pink, green. Like a dash of other colors here and there, but purple, pink, and green like the main standout colors. That's where her nails are green, and her necklace that she was wearing was green. I was gonna do some like tips, like some highlights in her hair, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. I kind of like it being blank, kind of like the outlier in the design. Okay, I had this cute idea of like that, because I took that pose over there from CC5 in their pose library and put on this cute little pose that I kind of remember like a sailor woman going like this pose. So I was like, yeah. And then now we cut to me doing my beauty shots that they wanted. That's one of the requirements. You have to do like 4 to 8. I had like 10 to be on the safe side, but this is me working on one of them. And yeah, just me just playing around, yeah. And here it is. I should have cut this out too. Alright, and here we are in iClone, the last piece of the puzzle. You're working on my animation to showcase the character's personality, which was another requirement. So here I am. This is a water park I bought from dazstudio. By the way, can someone please make a more extravagant water park? Someone, please! I need a water park. Only got this one. Anyway. So here's me doing this. I had to put in this water pop, and I spent like a good couple minutes bringing this all the way down, because it was really huge. I had to bring it all the way down to this size, and I couldn't move the water pop itself, so I had to move the whole environment, which is really annoying. I don't know if there's any way to get around that, but yeah, I just couldn't figure it out at the moment, so I just moved the whole environment. Anyway, but yeah, here's the water, and yeah, this is a water park from dazstudio. I imported in here to iClone 8 to put my vibe, and in a minute here I changed the grass to a beach sandy, because I get beach, team beach movie. Okay, anyway, so I changed the grass to sand, as I'll see here in a minute. For the colors alone, because I did the coloring in dazstudio, so I couldn't color here. Also the HDR, originally I was going to use HDR I got from HDR Haven, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to use one I got from dazstudio instead, which is like a pretty pink one that you'll see here in a minute. I wanted more of like a fantasy element. Like I said, we're going for Project Diva, Barbie, say it with me, Project Diva, Barbie, pink beach vibe with mermaid. Anyway, you don't want Project Diva is, Project Diva is this vocaloid for the game starting at Steam Equal and Friends. I love the game. I've been playing it for several years now. And I used to follow it along on YouTube channel when I was back in middle school. Watching music videos when I was younger, wishing I could have the game. And now I finally have the game. 2 of them. Technically 3 because there's the demo I got my PS4. Anyway, here I'm making the water look bedtime. I got the beach. I'm doing the background right now. I don't know how anybody else did their work in progress videos, but here's what I'm doing mine, okay? Mine will be the standout one, because I'm sure none of else out there is being weird like this one. Anyway, I got the character in here, and we got my girl in here. We're about to do some animations that I did off camera, but here we go, we got her standing here. So yeah, this is pretty much what I've been in the video, so thank you so much for watching. And in a minute here, I'm going to show a couple more things. This is fun because I almost was not going to participate in this competition. I was actually looking for a couple months ago, looking for the competition to participate in, and I found this one because I didn't want to join any scammy ones, and Reallusion isn't a scam, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join. Why not, you know? Because my first ever contest, I guess is a more better word, was a Rococo contest. It's like a TV show commercial thingy. That's on my, you can see on my YouTube channel actually. Here's my turntable. It's my turntable, which is not turning. Why is it turning? Anyway, but here's the original. That's Serena. Actually, it was turning for you. Oh, it's paused for me. It was turning for y'all. It's paused for me. Anyway, as long as you guys can see it, just fine. But I can't. Something's wrong with my Canva. Anyway, but that was Serena. I just want to pop it in there so you can see my original version. And here's the new version with Ondina. And voila, we're done. So thank you so much for watching. And